Alright everyone, go ahead, just clap it up for a few moments. You've lived long enough to see this part of Adachi and Shimamura get adapted. It's finally time. I've been waiting so long to make this video. I have been waiting so long to make this specific video right here. Everyone, Adachi and Shimamura fans, non-Adachi and Shimamura fans, I need you guys to watch this video. So, over the last year or two, the Adachi and Shimamura manga has been making pretty steady progress. We've gone from volume 5 gradually through 6, 7, and now we are at volume 8, which is what myself and many others would consider to be the turning point for Adachi and Shimamura. This is where one of the most fan favorite arcs, Our First Journey, is, well, seen. You know, besides this just being one of my personal favorite arcs, there is a lot more here. And one thing I want to say is, I'm not making this video just because Adachi and Shimamura reached a specific arc. It's what reaching this arc actually represents, right? This is where I think the relationship between Adachi and Shimamura goes from just, you know, your average Yuri relationship to, oh, this is a little bit deeper than I thought. You know, because after this you go into Volume 9, you kind of have some stuff there. But after that, you start delving into the BDs, right? I also got this question asking if the manga is going to adapt the BDs, which if you don't know, wait, let me say this actually real quick. I have this video made now. Anything Adachi and Shimamura related, go check out my Adachi and Shimamura guide. It'll be in the description, probably in the comments. Go check that out. I made that specifically for you guys so that you can pick up the manga, the light novel, anything like that, so you don't have to be confused. Go do that. But you start delving here into the BDs. Someone asked me, are they going to adapt the BDs? I'll be honest, I have no idea. Then you start getting into the BDs. Then you start getting into Volume 10, where you have arcs like the Sakura's arc, Cherry Blossoms for the Two of Us. Then you start going into Volume 11, where you have Summer 18. It's where I'd say you start getting into some of the meat and potatoes of Adachi and Shimamura. The manga is essentially at that point, right? So for those of you who have been waiting for the Adachi and Shimamura manga to build some backlog, I'd say like either now you should start reading or maybe in a little bit. But either way, the time to start reading Adachi and Shimamura is here. If you want to see what makes the story so good, the time to start reading is here. If you want to see why the story is so hyped, the time to start reading is here. And this is honestly crazy. I've been waiting so long to see this in the manga. Because although I have read the light novels, you know, I feel like it's a different experience when you can see everything fully adapted, you know. I remember the first time I read Our First Journey, that was the only thing going through my mind. I want to see this in the manga, I want to see this in the manga, I want to see this in the manga. So the fact that we're here is just... But again, there's just going to be so many scenes here. And I'm curious to see how this does, really. Because a part of me thinks that this could... If it starts, let's say it starts circulating the internet, right? Like with this video that I'm making. This could bring more people into the Adachi and Shimamura manga, and who knows what that'll lead to. But there's a lot of good scenes here, right? You're gonna have the eventual fog scene, the eventual bath scene. You're gonna have the talk with Poncho, and then beyond that, you're gonna have the... Okay, I probably shouldn't tell you guys about that. I probably shouldn't spoil it. Okay. My bad, guys. I'm not really saying a lot of these things in detail because I don't want to spoil it for you guys when it does get there, but I feel like when it comes down to Adachi and Shimamura, when I start talking about it, it just keeps flowing out, right? If we haven't known, you know, I kind of like this story just a little bit. I try my best to keep it hidden on this channel because you know, like, you know, variety and whatnot, but you know, I do like it quite a bit. And all in all, I'm very excited. I think that this arc, if done properly, which it most likely will be, the Adachi and Shimamura manga chapters, the latest ones for the most part, have been very good. They've done justice to a lot of the more iconic scenes of this story. Like the breakdown, they did the breakdown very good. The confession, they did the confession very good. They do also have a pretty good way of capturing the introspection we see from Shimamura or Adachi. So basically what I'm saying is the chances are pretty high that they are going to do this arc well. And I mean, with that said, it's really just going to be a great experience. Now, for me personally, though Our First Journey is one of my favorite arcs, I'm really looking forward to what follows this, right? Because after our first journey, you know, I feel like Adachi and Shimamura is just, it's up from there. You know, Volume 9 is pretty good. The Blu-ray discs, honestly, pretty good. Volume 10, pretty good. Volume 11, pretty good. Volume 11 is one of my favorite chapters, by the way. And then, you know, you start heading into 99.9 SSS, then Volume 12. So we're kind of starting to shift into that change, which is honestly very nice to see. I think a month ago, I made a video called Adachi and Shimamura is changing. So it's funny that so soon after, we're starting to get into some manga changes as well, where the manga's reaching crucial points, the light novel's reaching crucial points, the anime might reach crucial points one day. Don't worry guys, we just gotta survive. I swear, in 2099, we're all watching our first journey. In 2100, we are all watching Summer 18. But seriously, on a more serious note, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm working with these more unscripted, shorter form videos that I can just push out really quickly. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm assuming that after this one goes up, you guys have probably already seen the guy she was interested in video. That one was also unscripted along with this one. So again, really hope you guys are enjoying this because these are easier on me to make. With that said, if you guys are new here, please be sure to like and subscribe. I cover pretty much everything Yuri and a lot non-Yuri as well. The goal is 10K by the end of this year. Let's see if we can reach it. Thank you all, and I'll see all you guys later. Okay, now the video has basically ended, but like my recent videos, I'm going to be talking to you guys for like, what, a minute or so I can reach mid-roll ads. Now also, if you make it this far, or if you made it this far, please let me know how you feel about these sections as well. The reason why I don't just yap for the whole 8 minutes is because I don't think I could even if I wanted to. As much as I love this story, I like to stay on topic for the whole video. I don't want the video to have filler about some stuff that you guys don't care about or just drawing it out to reach 8 minutes. I would rather just have these parts at the end so, you know, you guys can click on the video. You guys can get what you want without me, you know, wasting your time. And then if there is extra space at the end, I can just, you know, talk to you guys. And for the people who want to hear me, they can listen to this portion. Or for the people who got what they wanted, they can just click off, you know. Though that may hurt my watch time. If they made it to the end, like what, like 6 minutes? If the average view duration is 6 minutes, it's fine. That's not going to hurt the watch time too much. And then if people choose to watch this portion on, that'll help as well. I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing, honestly. I said this in one of my other videos. I just personally can't stand when YouTubers do that, like, the filler shit in between their videos. Like, they draw it out as much as possible for more ad space. I personally can't stand it, you know? And my philosophy, I'm not sure if I've ever really said this straight to you guys, but my philosophy on this channel that has always been is I make the videos that I want to watch, you know? When I started this channel a year or two ago, there was no Adachi and Shimamura videos. So I wanted to watch Adachi and Shimamura content. I made that, even if it was lackluster. There was no How Do We relationship content, so I made that, even if it was lackluster. There was no content exploring Aya Osawa as a character. There was no content exploring the moon on a rainy night. You know, there was no content exploring any of these. And those are the videos that I wanted to watch personally myself. So, you know what, I decided to make them, and since I'm doing that, I'm going to make them the way I want to make them, the way I would personally watch. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm not sure if I've ever told you guys that. I think I have a very long time ago, but that's kind of my motto regarding this. But yeah, please, just let me know how you guys are feeling about everything. I did end up changing the editing style again. This is like, what, like the third or fourth time just over these last 2 months that I've had to change my editing style. I'm not going to get into why. There is a reason, but for the most part, I'm going to keep changing it until I find something that I want to be unique to the Whadasha channel. But with that said, everyone, it's been already way over 2 minutes somehow. I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see all you guys later.